treat yourself to that drink. You can have that because your hand was on top of the part where I put the straw in. I look at all of that, man. You can't just be giving people food and your fingernails are dirty. You gotta clean your fingernails, man. So, yeah, man, that's just Janelle says I'm picky like that. Presentation's everything to me. Not everyone is as clean as it's a fact. They're just not. And that's fine. I just, I'll just I'll just opt out. Just opt out. Naked muffins, man. I'm telling you. It's a thing. We got KJ. Let's bring KJ up. Yo, what's up, bro?
I'm telling you.
What's up? Happy Friday, man.
Indeed. Happy Friday. I
Hey,
see
I'm
you
gonna try. I
rocking the
said I'm gonna try
Chiefs.
this again and get online with you. Last week I was on there 3 times. I was like, "Can you see me? I'm trying to ask you a question." So
Exactly.
look, I'm going to ask you. Look, even though we chatted a little bit, I want to do a follow up on that. So my question for the hub is one of the things you can see when you're going to have to look at some of the libraries that you're trying to pitch music to is you'll have your track that you may submit to a library. But I asked Clint, what about when he's talked about alternates? So hypothetically, you give him the one track, and then should I send him a bass and drum? And should I also send him a no melody version with it? So if I send him an EP, which is maybe five songs on the album, should I send him two additional alts for each of the five songs? Hoping that maybe when they hear one of the alts, they maybe, oh, this version may fit more than the whole song, right? They get a chance to hear that before they actually, have to reach back out to me for that. So that was my question.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, great question. So this is how I approach it. So I always say like don't create like all of the stems because it varies publisher to publisher what they want and how they want deliverables sent and which stems they want, if they even want stems. Some publishers create their own versions and things like that and cut downs and things like that. So to save time, I always say definitely have the main version, have the instrumental, and then maybe a drum and bass. Like those are kind of like the basic versions that everybody's going to ask for. But I do think it's a good idea, even if you don't create like a full extensive list of like 15, 30, 60.
Right. Like Tune Edge give you.
Yeah. So
Tune
even
Edge
if you
TC.
yeah, it's a few, it was like 6, 7 versions or something like that. But I think it's a good idea to have at least a few main maybe a drum and bass. If it's a full song instrumental, obviously,
Yeah.
maybe a version with no melody. And the reason why I think it's a good idea to at least submit those, even if you don't know what the deliverables look like, is because it shows them that you're intentional and you're like sync focused. Because of like a regular producer who's just, only thing they're doing is just producing for artists, they're not going to think to create just a drum and bass or just a an underscore version with no main melody. They're not thinking that way. So I think when a company sees that, they see intention and then they see, okay, this person gets it. And I think it'll work to your advantage because it'll just make you look professional, intentional. And then, they'll ask you if they want specific types from there. But I think it can only make you look good, in my opinion.
I was just worried about like basically because if you're using your disco link, right, and you send them your disco link, and basically when they open it up, if you just send them a 5 song EP, then you got 15 different tracks there, right? So like if you're reaching out to a supervisor for the first time, that could be overwhelming. They're like, God, this dude sent me a whole bunch of stuff. Right,
Yeah.
so I'm leery about that part of it because that's where I am with it. I'm like, oh, I'm pitching, but I'm like, man, should I send some alternates because these alternates could hit too, right? Um,
That's a good
so it
point.
kind of it's kind of like a weird spot, and I'm just like, man, let me ask about that because that could put you in a real I don't want to overwhelm them, you know?
Yeah, so I'll tell you how to do that. I'll show you how to do that without it looking overwhelming. Um,
Okay.
let me see if I can find an example real quick. Um,
I got this from like I went out to look at one of your the dramedy cues I think you did for Warner Chapel.
okay.
Or one of and I was looking at how you laid it out and you had your alts there. I was like, that's what kind of triggered that because I was like, well, if I'm going to pitch to some of these libraries out here, let's see what they're doing out here, you know. And I was like, man, some of them have 5 or 6 different alts. So I'm like, I don't want to send 5 or 6 different alts per track.
Yeah.
That would be overwhelming for a supervisor, you know, even if I'm using the disco link, right? So, um,
Yeah. So, okay. So let me where did oh, I'll keep that open. So when you I'm trying to figure out the best way to show. So when you create your playlist in Disco, um, if you when you go into the different tracks, and then you basically add versions to the main track,
okay.
it'll what's the word?
Ah, so it'll give you a I haven't seen that version before because I've only done like where it's the 5 songs. So
Yeah,
there's an opportunity for alts to be within that track, like a drop down like you would on the actual library site.
exactly. Like when you go
Okay.
to the track, you want to manage nesting.
Ah,
Um,
got you.
so then you go to nesting, and then here, since we're on that main track right here, that's where you want to go to
Yeah.
manage nesting, and then add existing track. You can search
Okay.
by like track name. Shout out to Travis.